how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a brand new mod that's recently gone ahead and hit the Steam Workshop alongside the Nexus page for Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, and that is Empires of Europe 1700s. Now, this is a mod made by the same guy who actually made the 1100 AD mod, which takes in the Europe map mod alongside a few others to create a cool medieval world. Whereas this one obviously is set in the 1700s, so all of the factions have been changed, there are new unit rosters, and a whole wealth of other interesting things. Do keep in mind though, before we do dive in and take a look at some of the units and dive into battle, that this mod is still very much a early kind of prototype, I guess, of the mod, so there are issues and there are bugs and stuff like that, but they are being fixed pretty rapidly. We've had a handful of updates over the past week, so if you do run into some issues, either hit them up on their Discord or just go ahead and wait for a couple weeks until the issues are fixed. So here we are on the campaign map, and as you guys can see, this is the brand new updated version of Lemmy's Europe map mod, so he has actually gone ahead and implemented some more settlements in the Middle East, which is pretty cool. Obviously expanding out there is going to add in a little bit more flavor, and a few more factions gives a perfect kind of opportunity to add in a little bit more detail, and also another little bit of a challenge against the Ottomans, who will take up the majority of the central parts of the map. So if we take a look at a few of the units, of course we have the United Kingdom over here in the northeast of the map in Britain, and they again have a pretty gnarly roster to kick off with. If we head our way down to Crawley, which is near where I grew up actually, which is always kind of cool to see, you can see a little bit of the British light infantry. So again, just something, you know, pretty basic for their starting units. Then we move off into light infantry, and then British Rangers for more of the kind of base soldiers. And then over on the right hand side, we do have some British pikemen and also some British grenadiers. These guys are going to make up more of the melee units, and these dudes also have grenades as well, so they do actually light fuses, throw them, and they do actually explode, which is cool. I really like the pike mod, the pike unit as well. I think we're using something like better pikes with this unit would be amazing, because they actually form like a proper phalanx, so definitely recommend implementing better pikes in your mod list if you're looking to play this. But again, the rosters are pretty small to begin with, and I'm sure they'll expand out. As I said, it'd be kind of cool to have like a sharpshooter route here with the light infantry and the rangers, and then maybe going off into more of the line infantry later on down the line, like a third route would be kind of cool. But as I mentioned though, this mod is still very much a early work in progress, so and there's lots to be expanded, and maybe even Eric will give a go at creating his own unique roster as well for this, because he's done great jobs with the 1100 AD version. Then for their noble units, again, you're going to have some cavalry, some dragoons, and royal horse guard. If we make our way down here to the French as well, you guys can see their roster is going to be pretty similar. Obviously the names and everything else is different, and there's going to be different like armors and stuff for the infantry. Again, looking great, and when we get into battle, you'll see all the cloth physics. It does look awesome. But again, you know, similar kind of style with it. I think every single faction has like a melee basis, and then they have some light infantry, and that's it. The mod also has also stated as well, if we take a look at some of the Spanish units as well down here in the south, these guys are actually a bit different, because they have, I think, a pistol rather than a musket or dragoons. Like I think the British cavalry also have flintlocks muskets with them as well. And then of course, you know, they have their sharpshooters and their grenadiers, and again a different kind of Spanish unit right there for the pikemen, and that's going to be pretty much the same for every single faction. There is a few unique units split in there now, like here and there. I think for its first release, that's kind of the main thing they wanted to focus on, is getting in a unit roster for every single faction, and then getting the factions in. For example, over here we have the Holy Roman Empire, and they're going to be situated in the center. Again, if we go and take a look at some of their units, you can see again it's going to kind of follow that kind of Jaeger grenadiers. Pretty cool indeed. And then of course we make our way into the Ottomans, and again you got their Janissaries, and also these guys as well. I don't know what this gun is. It's an Abusgon, I don't actually know what that does, but it sounds like it's going to have a big boom on it, and that's going to be crazy. But as I was mentioning, the mod also has stated that they do want to try and maybe get cannons into the mod. That would be really cool. But I think for the most part, just getting all the factions in, and on top of that as well, all the characters have also been changed. This is of course like a big undertaking, is changing all the names and the outfits of every single character in the game. You can see you got like Lazy Elizabeth right there, adding in all the individual clans. You know, all of this stuff does take a lot of time, and for the first basis, it's kind of cool to have that in. Stuff like the flags for all the different factions adds in like a lot more time to actually work it. And all that stuff is pretty cool. Again, you of course have naval travel as well. Unfortunately, no naval battles. You can't roam around in a badass ship and just like bombard your opponents from sea. But still, you know, that is, you can kind of maneuver yourself around. And I think for the most part, this is going to be one of the best like Napoleonic mods you're going to be able to play in single player right now. So now we've taken kind of a look at the rest of the map. Of course, off into the east, you have like Muscovy, you know, Poland, etc. over here, which you can mess around with. And again, I think all the individual factions are really cool to mess around with. So there's plenty out there. If you want to go and play as Sweden, you can definitely do that with your own unique soldiers. But let's dive into a battle. I don't know what faction we're going to play or going to use, but let's dive into a battle so you guys can see how that all runs out on the battlefield. So here we are on the battlefield. I've gone ahead and grabbed myself some grenadiers along with a bunch of other fusiliers, sharpshooters, etc. Which is kind of cool the way that the mod has set this up as well, so that the sharpshooters all go in like the missile range, and then the grenadiers and kind of, I guess, the pikemen go into more of the melee route of things. I think it's going to be a pretty quick battle as we just jump some British lords. But there you go. You have the grenadiers right here. Are they actually not equipped with a? They're actually not equipped with a gun. Okay. So yeah, these are the Swedish units right here. And then back here, I also have some Swedish sharpshooters along with some Yamlands as well. There you go. They're going to be firing off. So you can see custom smoke as well has been added into it, which is pretty cool. Adding in a lot. Look at the yeah. The sounds also sound amazing as you go down for a shot. Yeah. I don't think there's any custom reload animations yet. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. But look at them grenades going. Oh my god, that is crazy. I'm not sure how many ammunitions they have, but yeah, it looks really, really cool. One thing I would also love to see added to the mod as well is like using something like Artem's lively animations with them to have like the soldiers properly like kind of shielding their weapons would be great. I think that, yeah, that'd be really, really cool. And you can see the AI does do a pretty good job at like kind of holding off right there and kind of like skirmishing as well. I would give this a go with like RBM AI and see how they handle it. The soldiers with the pistols as well, being a pretty cool unit with the dragoons. And again, you can reload the rifle. Oh no, there you go. You do actually have custom reload animations. That's kind of cool. Is it just for me though? Is it for everyone? Oh no, it's for everybody. Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, that's really cool. I actually think I remember seeing that the guy who like added this was actually Kilo, the guy who works on Eagle Rising, which is, yeah, cool to see that that's being added because of that. If that is true. It looks really nice, yeah. Let's go dive into, let's try and find a bigger British force now because, yeah, the boys have already absolutely demolished this and, yeah, we're ready to go. We might as well, whilst we're looking for a new enemy as well, we'll kind of upgrade the drip a little bit. We'll take some of the British outfits, why not, improve our hat a bit more and, yeah, get ready to move off once again. Okay, I think this is going to be the biggest battle we're going to probably be able to get right now. 64 soldiers. Let's do it. It'll also be interesting to see what battles are like in nighttime. Okay, let's do this. The terrain is not great for us, but we'll have to set ourselves up to try and get a good position. Get our grenadiers up there as well. And we can maybe even maneuver our cavalry around the side. So one thing I think with this mod in particular would be great is just kind of using it as like a basis for a lot of your other mods. I think adding stuff like Artem's lively animations, RBM, trying all that type of stuff will be really cool. Look at them grenadiers being thrown as well. That's really cool. And the main army is down here, so let's make our way down. We'll reload, make our way down, and engage the main body of British soldiers. Okay, now there we go. The boys are firing in down on the enemy line. Hopefully going to be doing a pretty good job there, and I think it's going to force the British line towards us there. Yeah, look at that. Out of interest, if we were to go loose formation, would more of them actually shoot? Because I think, that's one thing I was hoping to see in the future of the mod as well, is just like kind of forcing the AI and forcing the player to kind of adopt these like more Napoleonic formations rather. I mean, to be fair, these guys are skirmishers, so this is more of an appropriate formation for them. But yeah, actually having like proper densely packed lines and stuff like that would be a really cool way of going about it as we fire back. All right, boys, I think we unleash hell with the grenadiers. Let's go, let's go. Oh, there you go. You can see the British pikes trying to come forward. The pikes do look cool. I'll definitely give them that. And the shots at nighttime as well look great with the pistols. Yeah, that's great. Right, boys, grenadiers forward. Into the abyss we go. Once more into the breach. There we go, yeah. And the gunfire does feel very satisfying. What happens if we charge the cavalry? Do they just kind of skirmish or do they pull out their swords? Do they pull out their swords? Yeah, they do. Their sabers are coming up. And yeah, the grenadiers are very powerful, it seems. I think maybe limiting them grenades to like one is probably the way forward. Some of the elite British infantry here as well. We'll take care of that. Yeah, and again, I like, this mod, is a great start to it, I think, and they have some amazing features in it. Stuff like line infantry, better formations, flags, all that stuff I think would be a great addition to this. But I think as a basis, this is great. This is awesome for you to add mods yourself, whether it's like RBM AI, whether it's Bear My Banners, Artham's lively animations. There's plenty of stuff you can add to this to really enhance the campaign itself. But that is going to do it for the video. Go check out this mod. As I said, I think the Steam version's a little bit buggy at the moment. The Nexus mod version is way more stable and works a lot more. You can also join their Discord as well to kind of find any issues, and just keep in mind this mod is constantly getting updated, so there might be stuff that just improves your playing experience if you just wait a little bit before playing it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.